All right, here we are, one more day. Just coming at you today. I'm gonna go at it a little bit differently. I been entertained all morning with just this whole get down of recruiting and talking about the company that I represent and why I represent them. Recruiting is something that I'm not gonna try to just beat the drum on because I'm actually just looking for people that want to do what I'm doing, and that's get on camera and talk about what they really pursuing and why they pursuing it. You see, life is taking a lot of turns for me, and right now I am really in a good place. No matter what it looked like, what I've been through is all been wonderful, because I learned so much in every avenue. When I was at the VA hospital and I was feeding patients, that was the best time for me when I reflect back on that season. It was like I would do anything when I come on shift to be a part of the crew that delivered the patients their food. And when you have an ill person right there and you're giving them some food, to see how they light up or how they turn the food away is a place for you to speak into their life, or for them to see you. And maybe they haven't had any visitors, but now there's an avenue for you to cheer them up because you visiting them and you talking to them and trying to encourage them to eat so they can get out the hospital and do that whole thing. So that was a good time for me, and it built a lot of character in me around how to address illness and how to handle people, that don't feel good and that are going through something. See, whether we're in the hospital, physically hospital, because we don't, obstructed our bowels or something, 90% of the time it's something to do with your stomach that's causing all of the other stuff to break down. So that's why I put so much importance on what I put in my gut and how it's working with the immune system so that it can function, just function at the highest level. I go off on tangents because I try to make what I'm saying make sense from my perspective. And I don't mean no harm when I, kind of switch lanes on y'all, but I'm living in my whole, I don't know, everything that I'm doing kind of flows together, helping people with illness, helping people get to the supplements of Immunical, the supplements of Hempworx. It goes with my personal development. I'm an individual that's in a journey of developing himself. I was really, really ill in my body and my mind. Because if the body gets really sick, it can't do nothing but affect the mind. And if you're eating things that make you sick, they can't help but to do the same thing, make your mind sick. All the fast foods that I've eaten throughout my life, living on the road, traveling and doing my thing, all affected and had a part on my mind. I learned that because I study food. And I'm not making any excuse for any of my behavior, because, my behavior has been what my behavior has been because of my appetites. But what gave me these appetites? That's what I try to get to the root of. How did I get the appetites that I have? It has a lot to do with my culture, where I grew up, my culture, my family that God allowed me to come into the world with. Thank God for, them loving God and getting into the Church of God in Christ and all of that to give me that foundation of how to get to a God that would give me a better understanding as time went by. Maybe I couldn't receive the message from my mom and my grandmother now the way I needed to. At times, I would be called rebellious because a rebel was what I was. I could say that you give me this information, but if I'm getting more information from the school and my peers, I'm battling with information, and I'm going to go and gravitate towards what my mindset is taking me towards. And the older I got, the more I gravitated to what I wanted to do, where I wanted to go. And my grandparents was the perfect place for me to be at that season because, they let me get in that lane of sports, man, and that kept me out the house. And so now, guess who raising me? Coaches, my peers, the society that I was living in. And I make mention of that in my About Me page, how deep that goes because of how many people that touched my life that didn't have to sew into me the way they did, But, man, all of that was necessary during that season. And it led me down a path of being a man at an earlier age, And I see society in the situation that it's in right now. Boys don't know how to drive and change a tire on a car. And, females treating their kids like they husbands and running stuff. I can't wrap my head around that, because I came from another structure. And society is just sideways when it comes to foundational pieces, but I get back to this whole get down of fathers being absent, I'm taking on the responsibility and joining this company and continuing to press to live of fathering young men and young women. Because when I asked to build a team of people to work with me, which is we back on the main track right now, recruiting, I'm talking about one thing: speaking into their life and guiding them in a direction that I know that'll get them to their destination that they want to be at. See, right now, all they know is they want to make more money, and they want to live this lifestyle that they see portrayed on TV and everything that they entertain in their mind with. When it's all said and done, to get a bunch of money is just to be in a place of influence. And if you get this money and you don't influence in the right way, then it's going to be short-lived. But if you continue to try to influence and stay on the path that God has really got you purpose for, then it can be a beautiful thing. See, coming from a dude that done had money a few different times, and I'm talking about real, real substantial money, but it's, when I look back on my mistakes, then I understand why I had to get some more grooming. God took me through a bunch of other stuff. Now I'm a good giver, but sometimes you have to be more vigilant on what you're giving into, because everybody don't mean you well, but you become a mark. I want to take some children, young men and young women, and depending on how, all of y'all probably gonna be younger than me. I'm 61. Long story short, if I get some older ones, that's fine. But I'm looking to bring a bunch of new techies through. People that are on this camera and they like Facebook, they like Twitter and Instagram. Them the ones I'm looking for, because they ain't gonna have no problem getting on this camera and keeping it real. I want some people that's they Snapchatting their food, they tweeting, while they smoking a joint, and but they ain't making no money, but they got all that going on. So it's kind of like a misuse of the tool, and I like to show them how to use this camera the same way I'm using. I'm on my phone right now, and it's taking a pretty good picture. I've had some other stuff that I put up. It was on my laptop. It was nowhere near this quality of a picture. So, yeah, this is the phone, and I like to show other young people how to take this phone, do the same thing I'm doing, and keep it real. And we're going to get to the products, and we're going to get to all of that. But right now, I just want to talk about what I'm supposed to be doing. That's guiding young people to have some values and some integrity about what they want to do in their life. Get them a program. I'm 61. I get to the gym. I'm getting there every day now, because I got a new little, a little cycle going on with my nutrients, with my getting to the gym, with my getting on this camera, and keeping my household up, trying to create some new finances, because, I can do this thing every day. And as long as it don't generate me no capital, I'll be okay. Financially, but I got on here to change my finances. I got on here to change everything about how I'm living right now. And that's what I'm going to do. See, I know who's large and in charge. I also know that when I talk about recruiting, I'm going right along with the path of what Dr. Miles Monroe told me, about being a father to the young men and the young women, and sharing my gift. And everything that God allowed me to go through was not for me. It was for everybody that I'll be able to open my mouth and share the truth with. Everybody that is willing to listen to my truth. I got a lot of experience in business from all of these wonderful jobs that God has allowed me to be on. So my journey has not been a bad journey. If I said I wanted to be in business, I was able to be in business. If I said I wanted to be in I was able to do railroad, whatever. Because God was like, okay, Ray, you can do that. All right, you want to do that? You know? And how long I was able to stay in there depended on me following the laws and the principles that company had put in place. You know, my biggest problem on the railroad was getting fired. I got fired a couple times. But if you got a strong union, you working for a company that's like that, you can come back. You just got to get in the path. I'm fired for the same thing I'm standing up for right now. Drugs and alcohol. If you come up dirty, you're going to get fired. That's the rule. I knew that. But you don't plan the accident. You don't plan the little mishap. You don't plan that, right? So when something happened on my watch and I got to be drug tested for somebody else's mistake, see, I ain't have a mistake. My mistake was I shouldn't have been getting high. You got weed and cocaine in your system, then you're going to get fired. So I already knew when they asked me to go drug test, I was going to fail. I got fired. I went through my process, had to go check into a center, do this and that, and then they bring you back to work. Didn't that? I mean, and thousands of others have. That is what we do. But what I'm saying to all of y'all is I'm able to help guide and direct young people around some of these pitfalls if I can get them into some motivational speakers like I listen to every day. If I can get them listening to a pastor who's going to give them some spiritual base, which I get into every day. See, I want to get a group of people that we can start grooming to do something different. Not just settle by from this, what I learned in my neighborhood and living in mediocrity. You know, catch that one that really want something and just don't know how to get there. You know, mothers with boys that they know they just need some guidance. Help them get into a program like this. You know, this is very inexpensive. How much money you gonna spend on him in and out of jail or lugging him around from one location to the next location because you ain't taught him no ethics of, you know, how to get out here and get it on his own. Hey, it ain't all the kids' fault. We failing them as parents, you know. That's what we doing, failing them as parents. So I'm here to help some parents with their kids. That's what I'm gonna do right now. I've been helping mine all the time. When I had my dispensary open, they worked right there. All them years that I was open, my boys was right there with me. They in school and doing their thing right now, and I got my hand on their life. I just got time for somebody else to help them through this program. Help them get a set of habits that are going to be healthy habits. Set of routines that, you know, they can get going, and the end result is making good money. What you going to do with that good money if you ain't got no good habits? Money don't make you nothing but more what you already are. Did you catch that? If you're just sitting up there and all you can think about is getting high, if you get a bunch of money, guess what you're going to do? You're going to get high. So what good was the money? You're going to sit up there and kill yourself with it. I know that I'm not trying to just be rich. Not at all. I just got a lot of goals and aspirations. When I was in Ghana in 2006, I promised some people there that I wasn't coming back. That's, until I was able to put some wells in the ground. They need some wells over there so people can have just basic drinking water, But come on, man, I don't want to get on that topic right now, Africa, but just sitting here thinking, what to share with y'all and just recruit, And I'm asking y'all to join up with me, whether it be a female or a male. Just understand that I'm not going to lead you wrong. I'm going to take you everywhere I go. And since my destination at this point in time is to the millions, then you go to the millions, because that's where I'm headed. I told y'all a simple plan. Well, if you were listening to any of my previous shows, it talks about my 2020 plan. Make it brief. 20 on the left, 20 on the right. We're running a binary system. You get all 20 on the left and all 20 on the right to get 40 people. 40 people, my 40. Now you go get 40. By the time I get all 40 of y'all to get you 40, doing just what I'm doing. This is what you're going to do. You're going to get on the camera, you're going to talk about 20, 30 minutes, 2 times a day. Then you're going to go and you're going to put some posts on your Facebook and your tweet and your Instagram. And you got it in for the day. And you're going to do that again tomorrow. You're going to do it the next day and the next day. And it's going to grow on you. And what kind of content you're going to bring them? You're going to bring them information about whatever it is on your blog. Because we're branding everybody. I want everybody to have their own brand. I'm Ray Mason. Who are you? Get your brand. Don't just, we're going to have the company we represent. We might represent 2 or 3 companies. But the bottom line is, they joining because of you. They joining and want to hang in there because of where you taking them. And if you following somebody taking you somewhere, and you seeing you starting to stack dollars now, y'all, you did this consistently. You starting to stack dollars. And everybody want to join now. Because all you got to do is show me the money. Right? All right. I done came at you with all of that. And RayMasonBlog.com. There is the first button at the bottom of the homepage. It says Hempworx. Right there, push that button. It's going to take you to a page. Fill out that page. And they're going to ask you for some information. Get you to them free samples. Got some free samples of CBD. Y'all know somebody got gut problems. Hey, get them over there. Them free samples and at least get them going to see if the CBDs can help them. If they're already doing CBDs, y'all might want to look at hooking up with me so you can get CBDs at a better price. It's the best CBD in the world, the best, And I'm talking about from a business standpoint as well as a medical standpoint. They're the best. So get them over to me. I'm having a little shoe problem here. But get them over to the site. Check out Ray Mason blog and get plugged in on the Hempworx free samples. Then you go from there. You got to pay shipping and handling. I'm not paying all of that, but the bottom line is you can get all of these products to try. And if you want anything to do with me, hit that button in the middle. It's for entrepreneurs. My Daily Choice, Hempworx, are the first two buttons. You're going to get to me either way on them two buttons, okay? With joining up with me, with getting an order in for the products. You can see creams and rubs, and we got, the oils, and, the whole get down of a whole catalog, shampoos, and I want y'all to get in there and take a look at it. And for all of you folks that none of this hemp stuff don't appeal to you, you say, I'm okay, dude, and all of that's fine and dandy, Ray, but I ain't trying to put no marijuana in my body under any circumstances and any. Okay, great. My Daily Choice has all of the other products regarding vitamins, and we got coffees and creamers, and just go in and take a look at that stuff. My Daily Choice. Hempworx is one side with all of the medical marijuana, okay, content and CBD. Your cancer patients and your diabetic patients and all of these people that are living with chronic pain need to really check that side out so that you will have a better quality of life. I'm not saying it's going to keep you from dying, because nothing's going to keep you from dying. But if you want a better quality of life, go over there. Check it out. Get that in your stomach. Let that start manifesting in your immune system. The lymphatic system will love you because it's got nutrients from all of the different things that you're doing. Just change the way you live it, man. I hear people out, I'm going to go on a diet. I'm going to go on a diet. Or yeah, this one, New Year's resolution. Every day is a new year. You ain't got to go whole 365 to change what you're doing. You ain't got to wait till 29th, 30th of December to restructure your life and do the right thing. Doing the right thing is a moment by moment choice. But I'm going to tell you what, if you got goals and you got a strategy on something that you're trying to achieve, put some purpose on top of that, no, he's a dangerous individual. Everything that you're trying to become is within you. It's up to you to get in the right environment. A seed is no good if it's not in the right environment. That's why I'm here, I'm online, I'm seeding. Every word, every time you tune into me, I'm seeding. Are you the right environment for this seed that I got? Are you the right environment? Some seeds fall on stony ground. You might be hard ground and it ain't gonna do nothing for you. Nothing I said is gonna, because you ain't ready to go to the gym, you ain't ready to start eating healthy, you ain't ready to take a better look at chicken, you ain't ready to look at no multi-level marketing program, do you know multi-level marketing, while we there, make more money than anybody else marketing out there? Y'all don't know that. Y'all all this Ponzi scheme, all that. No, these some people that move product and they do it better than anybody else because people buy from people that they like. Unless you just, you balling out of control and you can go out there and invest in Stater Brothers and then they buying something from you all the time because whatever they happen to buy in there, you getting a piece of. Hey, get on one of these programs like I'm on right now and we grow together. And then I better, when we spend more time, then you can get a better fix on where I can lead you around understanding finances, you know, because I know for a fact I can count. I can count, and I know how to give money. So I'm not gonna try to do that recruiting thing too much more. I just want to try to make sure everybody understands the content of my character and that I'm not trying to get nothing from you. And if you can lock arms with me and you want to go where I'm going, because I'm going in one direction, and that's towards success, which is a journey. You know, it's a journey to get to this spot. You know, being successful for me in this company would be achieving every one of my goals. And right now my goal is to get at least 15 into this program between now and the new year. How do I get that done? It's bigger than me. I get on this camera. I've only got one right now, so that means I got 14 more. But I get on this camera the 2 to 3 times a day that I'm committed to myself. I said 2 for a fact, but I'm gonna try to do 3, especially today because I got a chance, I got some time. And right now I'm 30 minutes in, you know, so I'm gonna cut this one off and maybe I'll get back at y'all for another 30 minutes in an hour or two, well, maybe about 3 hours because I've got to get to the gym right now. So, finna dress out and do something different. And I just want y'all to know that that's best I could do for recruiting. You know, was just kind of like expose my character and say, hey, you know, y'all want to do this with me? What we gonna do? We're gonna move dispensaries. That's what we gonna do. Because every time I get one of y'all to join me, you know what? You just became a dispensary owner. That's the reality of it. And if you want to own a dispensary, check out Hempworx. Because that's all you becoming a dispensary owner. And you're going to have a little product on hand that you use and that you can talk about. And the rest of the product, people going to go into your site and they're going to buy it at will. But if you get enough sites out there, like right now, my goal is to get 40 totally by, you know, like January, February. I got all 40 of my people. It's on go now because I'm on this thing coaching and teaching. I'm speaking directly to my team every time I get on here. I'm speaking directly to my team. Let's get it done, you know, and let's get on the air. Let's talk about how we growing, how productive we being today, how productive we gonna be tomorrow, and our goals are being set and met. You look up and you got 40 people, like I said in the beginning of my journey, and I'll tell you how I got my 40, and you can get yours too, and you'll believe that, and you'll go get that 40. That's why I know all 40 are gonna get their 40. Before I even got them here, I'm speaking it into their lives. All I'm doing is calling on God to say, hey, God, you know, I just said 40, you know, and I ain't got 40, so you're going to have to help me with that, you know. So that's how it worked for me. But I've asked for bigger things than 40 people on my team, you know. So I don't even doubt him with getting 40 people. It's just, I want certain ones. Right now I'm getting real specific because I've asked him for people who like Photoshop. I've asked him for people who like online posting and Facebook type stuff and going live. Anybody you know like going live, send them my way. Because if they going live and they ain't got somebody they going live for to, you know, to build up a network and an audience, to make this, you gotta make it make sense. Going live just to be clowning, going live to just be popular in the neighborhood. No, go live to get at the millions. I ain't even been on my Facebook with none of my videos so far. That's something I'm planning on doing for the new year though, because I'm going to get real aggressive in 2020, especially when I get my team working with me, so that boom, we all is in the atmosphere. Every time you look up, Ray and his team is in the atmosphere, because we're changing lives. We're saving souls. You know what I'm saying? This is about changing lives, doing the right thing. That's all I can tell y'all. You know, if you can help somebody raise up and have a new lifestyle and affect all of their brothers and sisters and all of their cousins and nieces and nephews, this thing can get really big. It can really grow. Like I get that 40, and next thing you know, they got their 40. And I'm 1,600 deep. Just because what my 40 just did. And each one of them got 40. So when every one of their 40 pop it off, oh my God, I'm 64,000 deep. That's only 2 flips. Let them flip one more time. And my number is 2,560,000. See, I just said that because I want you to multiply in your mind the 40s. 2020, that's 40. Right? You know what that means? New generation. The number 40 means a new generation. I'm finna bring about a new generation with this concept. We can do this together. The new generation concept. Work it out with Kingdom Builder, Ray Mason. You know? Let me get off here. I'm 35, 36 minutes in. I'll catch y'all. I'm going to come back on later on tonight. So I'm calling this recruiting session, you know, because that's all I did was try to like recruit y'all, right? Get you to my site, sign up for me on My Daily Choice. If any of y'all go and sign up with me, don't go in and try to sign up cheapskate. Please, believe me. You're coming in as a business owner. The highest price you can come in is $600. I mean, you can come in higher than that, but that's the highest rank you're going to get from it, right? So come in as an executive. Executive starts at $300. I don't usually talk about all that out on the air, but today I'm recruiting. So come in as an executive because you're a business person, and we'll talk about getting the most for your compensation plan, because it matters on how much you're going to be making off of each person that comes in up underneath you, and they will come in up underneath you. So the bottom line is, if you're going to sign up with me, sign up as executives, because we are going to be balling, and I want y'all to get paid as much as you can from the beginning. This is the end of my recruiting session, and I'll talk to y'all later on today. Have a happy time. Talk to you in a while.